Hey, what is going on, freaks? My name is Freaky, and welcome back to another exciting story time. Today, we're going to be talking about my high school bully. Yeah, this happened when I moved to this high school, and I wasn't really a big fan of this happening. I don't think anyone is a big fan of any of this happening to them, and I know a lot of people have to go through this, so I thought I'd give my 2 cents on a high school bully that I had back in the day, which was very, very annoying. And it was kind of weird, just the weird way that he tried doing things to me that made me very uncomfortable in certain standpoints of my life. So this story takes place right at freshman year. I was 14, 15, somewhere in that ballpark. I believe I was 14 because that's what age you are when you go into freshman year, I believe. And maybe some people are 15. I don't know. I was 14 years old, and I was going into the school, and this school was very, very new to me because there was about 1,200 people or more at this high school, and it was a very big high school. It was 30 minutes away from my actual house, and I didn't know anybody going into the school, so I just tried making friends as quickly as possible. So I ended up in this friend group. Well, I find myself in this friend group, actually, because I'm kind of, talking to some people, trying to meet new people, and I end up going to a lunch period with some group of skaters, I'd like to say, and then there's this one oddball guy out of the group, which seems like someone that they've been friends with, sort of friends with, not really friends with, but that they always have him hanging around because they don't know how to get rid of him, and he's just like that annoying person that's in the corner that literally looks like he smokes meth. I am not even kidding. This kid literally looked like a crackhead, and he had a ginger hair, and he was probably weighed 90 pounds at about 5'10". He was literally that person that looked like he smoked crack, and this is my high school bully. Now, what ends up happening is, I thought everyone was cool. I was hanging out with these people throughout the whole freshman year, a little bit into it, and we would always, meet up at lunchtime and always hang out, and I remember the first time that he ever started doing stuff to me was when he started, making fun of my nose and how the way it looks, and he started saying, it looked pig-like, and I was like, dude, I don't look like Kevin Bacon, okay? My nose isn't like Kevin Bacon, so I don't look like a pig. So that's just obvious, Kevin Bacon, last name, looks like a pig nose. That's just what it is. My name isn't Kevin Bacon, and I don't look like a pig. So I was, kind of thrown away at that, and I was like, okay, so this guy's, a little bit of a dick. He's a little bit of someone that is kind of ashamed of his own looks and how he looks like a crackhead, and his parents probably beat him as a child or maybe molested him or something like that. I don't condone those behaviors, but I don't care because this guy's a fucking asshole. So he ends up picking on me like that, and it starts to progress from there. And it starts to irritate my soul a little bit, where I'm starting to actually feel very uncomfortable whenever I'm around this guy. And I think he kind of picks up on that. So he tries even doing more and more stuff to me, which is basically trying to get me into a headlock and trying to just randomly beat up on me for no apparent reason. Like he wants me to fight him for some reason. And I'm one that doesn't want to get into fights, not only because I don't want to get suspended from school or expelled from the school or get a ticket when I'm that young of age. I just don't want to be part of that kind of social behavior. I don't want to be a part of that. So this kid would always do this, constantly abuse me basically throughout the freshman year of high school, and it was getting to the point where I was starting to get fed up with it. Now, it's about halfway throughout the school year. This second semester is about to end because I remember I was walking towards my health room, which was after lunch. It was like a split lunch period, so I would go to half of the class and then go to lunch, and then the rest of the class after lunch. And I remember I was like, all right, guys, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go to health class because I gotta learn about health cool stuff and learn about vaginas and penises. I had to go there. And I remember walking by myself, and this kid randomly started following me. And I felt it like he wasn't supposed to follow me because I didn't tell him to. And he was just kind of creeping behind me, and it felt like he was almost going to just shank me in the back or something. So what I did is he kept following me just randomly, and I felt his presence right behind me. And I was like, why the fuck are you following me? And he was like, I'm just, why are you following me? He just did that stupid little smirky smirk, troll-like behavior. And what did I end up doing? I looked him square in the face, punched him in the throat, and then punched him in the chest, grabbed his head down, and kneed him in the face. And he ended up leaving me alone for the rest of that whole entire year. And the funny thing is, the story goes on. Because not only did he pick on me, or tried to pick on me, he ended up getting in multiple fights with other people throughout this school year. And I'd like to tell you guys about it because this is probably the greatest time of my whole entire life, because this kid literally didn't know how to throw a punch whatsoever. He threw hammers. Now, this kid randomly would get in fights with his peer group, and this is the group of skater kids that literally they didn't even want him around, so whenever he pissed them off enough, they would basically throw his head into the wall and make him cry. So, one of these times I got to school, it was like that bus waiting period where everyone's just crammed in the hallways, everyone's talking, everyone's in their groups and cliques and everything like that. And I walk over to this group, and I already noticed something's going down. Like, this kid's trying to get in people's faces over in that group, and they're kind of pissing him off, and everyone's like, dude, stop. Stop, seriously, fucking stop. And he just kept going at him, and he was just like getting really red in the face until I see that he starts swinging his arms like they are hammers. I am not even kidding. He was swinging his arms like they were windmills and trying to get an attack in like that until basically he was thrown against the brick wall, against these doors into the gym, and then he just sat on the ground crying while everyone laughed at him and said, "What are you going to do, little crack hammer boy? You gonna go cry in a corner?" Until he decided to walk away, and we didn't see him for the rest of the period. Now this goes on. I saw him get into another fight. Now this fight was in the hallway, and this freshman hallway actually, which was very, very compact, which basically throughout the passing periods was very hard to not bump shoulders with people. Now this kid liked to randomly, like I said, get in fights with people because he was a crackhead or some shit, and I don't know what he's doing now. Hopefully he's dead on the street somewhere because I hate this guy's guts. He ended up getting into a fight with a jock, or I would say someone that's at least athletic, and he should have never done this, and I found this the funniest thing in the whole entire world when I was watching this. Basically, this guy said something to him, and I don't know if he called him crack boy too or whatever, but apparently it sets him off when someone calls him crack boy, and he decided to do the whole windmill thing again and just start swinging his hands. And this guy grabbed him by the throat and smashed his head into the locker and told him, "If you ever fucking try to hit me again, I'm going to fucking end your life." And the kid just got really mad. The crack boy just got really angry at that. He did not like that. His face got even redder like a tomato, and he started swinging his arms and started crying a little bit, and then he got smashed into another locker, and he just fell to the ground. And then the guy, the athletic boy or whatever, he was probably like a junior at the time, decided to walk away. And when he was walking down the hallway, little 90-pound crack boy with his backpack on decided to sprint down the hallway going about 10 miles an hour and jump on top of this guy's back as he proceeded to try to hammer his head, and he gets his back slammed into another locker for like the third or fourth time at this moment, and he gets wailed on by this athletic guy until he basically sits there with blood coming out of his nose and cries and walks to the health room. And I have never felt any more prouder of this moment to get a little douche, little boy bully thing, get his shit rocked a million times in this high school year as a freshman. And I felt so proud of it. Not only did I kick his ass, but a whole bunch of other people decided to kick his ass too. And finally, he decided to never really do this again to a lot of people throughout the years. And I think he learned that being a little crack boy at 90 pounds, maybe 6 foot tall, don't be a little crack boy at 90 pounds and 6 foot tall and be an asshole. Fuck you, bullies. If you're a bully right now, or if you're getting bullied right now, unless he's like super big and you can't control it, if he's a crack boy like I had, just punch him in the fucking throat. Oh, I can't! I was trying to tease him. You had to waste the ammo.
Why would we do? Oh, okay.
Oh!